So tonight we're going to be taking a look at some revamp changes. One of the things that we're definitely taking a look at first is electricity, because with electricity they add one, arc lightning increased the healing output. Sweet. Overcharge corrected the animation dovetail time and increased damage and healing. Sweet. A new ability, Voltaic Blast, that costs 300 power and deals a burst damage with extra damage to electrify enemies. And then Voltaic Bolt, they reduce the burst damage, slightly increase the damage over time, reduce the power cost to 200, and now applies the electrified power interaction. Say what? It's a miracle! Sure enough, electrifies enemies. So Voltaic Bolt. That's so cool. But now here's the thing, though. Voltaic Bolt sounds cool, but with Voltaic Bolt, it does hit enemy and it hits enemies. But that range that Voltaic Bolt really hits, that burst damage, the area of effect, is really small. They have to be kind of standing almost on top of each other to really see how it's effective. Yeah, that's super cool though. I think this is Voltaic Blast. So yeah, Voltaic Blast is basically just the burst damage altogether. So what does this mean for Voltaic Bolt? And the Voltaic Bolt's still at 3 seconds. Fuck. I feel that with Voltaic Bolt now, we should increase the cooldown back to 12 seconds. The reason I say that Voltaic Bolt should be back at 12 seconds is really because the dot's 12 seconds, it electrifies enemies, so it's a power interaction. The power interaction lasts for 12 seconds. There's no other reason why we have to have Voltaic Bolt feel so spammy. It's a dot now. It's a PI interaction dot. And so now, and Voltaic Bolt now doesn't really do dot damage based on electrified enemies. It does now increase dot damage, but it doesn't really have that bonus of electrified enemies now. So that is kind of a nicker there. But I really want to go with the cooldown being 12 seconds. So even though 3 seconds are off, I don't have it on my bar saying, hey, use me, use me. Voltaic Blast, it got up to 6 seconds. It's a 6 second 300. I would feel much more better if it was at 12 seconds. So what does this mean for Arc Lightning? I mean, Arc Lightning, I have an open spot. Hey Aaron, how's it going? I'm a little excited now because Arc Lightning was what I used to electrify enemies. I now have Voltaic Bolt, so I don't need one or the other. Yeah, let's replace it. Yeah, we're just gonna replace it. Who cares, right? Who cares? Okay, so I have been following closely on the revamp on Discord today that I hear Jackster say that the controller power mechanic will more or less remain the same. The controller power mechanic, yes. The passive power over time that the POT does in controller role is staying like it is. Whether or not the potency of the power over time gets increased, I am not 100% sure. Because and even the POT is still based off of your vitalization. So that aspect of controller stays the same, but the POT will just be active when you're in a group with another person, and it will just go on by itself. That is how the passive. That's how the POT will be when the stat revamp launches. I do not believe that they're going to change that fundamental from it. The power dump is still in the game. That is correct. Hey, Martel, how's it going? Machete, what's going on, brother? But yeah, the instant power dump still in it. A lot of players, especially now in AOJ, are seeing that controllers are basically just spamming it. I have not seen that because I haven't really been in the group content with it. So hopefully, maybe I can get to something this weekend if I talk to Fatal and Charmed or something. Might get into something. I don't know. Life's okay. Life is okay, Martel, because I have a sub button now. Yeah, Twitch affiliates got the sub button this week. So I have just been smiling on. Really, I'm super happy. This is now a thing. Super happy. So okay. So we're gonna change up our loadout here, and we're gonna go back to the sparring target and see how the loadout reacts. But we don't need Arc Lightning anymore because I have Voltaic Bolt. Now, I actually think we're probably going to go down to the AF3 content and check out Arc Lightning versus Voltaic Bolt because again with Voltaic Bolt I feel that the impact radius is super small, and so that might need to be increased. And I want to see how that works out. So yeah, so what we have 200, 200, 300, 200, and 200. So this is also my hybrid spec. Oh shit. We have things. Neat. So this is my hybrid spec, and oh, it came back. The line cut off came back again. Poop. I'll have to get that reported. That sucks. Alright, so with the hybrid spec, I am using my dots. I'm using my loadout. Basically, I'm setting up all my dots, and then I use my weapon to regen power. And then I just go back to unload my dots. This is how I'm working with electricity dots. The dots work off of the electrified PI, whereas if I want to go burst, I go play from the tray and use the polarized power interaction. So, I want to see how, Overcharge got hit a bit. Let's see what it does. Let's see. So, because I need a group setting, let's go ahead and just jump down. Let's see what happens. Not really sure what to expect. So Electrogenesis, Voltaic Bolt. Now with my hybrid build, I can actually probably, I didn't have to use Overcharge. I probably could have used Voltaic Blast because I'm hybrid. My purpose here is to use my loadout and then just use my weapons until basically the power interaction is over with. Like Electrocute. Once Electrocute's off of cooldown, I go back to just redoing my entire rotation. But I want to see what the imp, because see, they're far away. I want them to come back. Okay, Shade Warrior needs to go back. Okay. So let's see how this works. So I did see two of them get hit. Oh shit. Am I still getting hit? Am I still under attack? Okay, I'm good. That was kind of unexpected. What was that? Was that the whole 30 seconds, or was there more? Like that was longer than 30. Nope, that was the whole 30 seconds. Going up against all of those. 6 targets, yeah. Huh. Alright. Now let me just grab 3. Just to have a good number here. Alright, let's check out, see how that damage worked out. I didn't tweet out. People should actually probably get an email. I'm sorry, I did not tweet it out. I did not. So 3 targets. I did 101k on the 3 targets. And again, with hybrid, I can actually play around with the loadout a little bit. I can bring in. I probably should actually bring in Voltaic Blast and see how it works out. Let's. I mean, shoot, that was 3 targets. Fuck it. And I also haven't played around with Overcharge a lot, so I'm not sure how much the damage is really working out with it. So let's just use.
Get away! You will serve Hades.
Let's just go use our full rotation like we were doing. So with Overcharge, I feel that by the time... Overcharge may work more on a single boss target. Well, the damage is going to be the same, because... Yeah. It's the same 3 targets with the 3 same amount of health, so that's going to be the same. I want to go to the sparring targets. Don't really need to run back when I can just warp HQ. You went in with play from the tray, hard light, beater without dying, had to use everything. Does everything include having to use your orbital strike and supply drop? You did use supercharges? Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Alright, so we're going to try this loadout for 30 seconds, and we'll see how we go, and we will use a Soda Cola to replenish when we need. I will stick to using Aerostorm as the weapon combo and see what happens. I'm not someone who just uses only one combo and just stick with it. I like to use Flurry Shot a lot. But for consistency's sake, we'll see how it works out. Now, I'm trying to think because I might have to switch out Electrogenesis and Voltaic Ball as my first hit. Because by the time the animation for, because I can't clip it. So what I might do is use. Can I clip it with I can't clip it with Overcharge. Now I start the full rotation again. Holy, whoa, whoa.
I hope the heroes kick
The hell? 165? 165. Well, on 2 targets. So I do need a league base. Because Electrogenesis, I think, is the only one getting hit. Yeah, it was hitting the other target. Electrogenesis definitely hit the other target over there. And now I have a league base, so it's like, whatever. So I would live with it. Now we have Electrogenesis because we have another dot. So that was one thing there. Oh, okay. Odd. So let's pay attention and see if the other target only gets hit with Electrogenesis or if it gets hit with everything. So we jump up, jump up. And now we do the rotation to go over. Kind of messed up my timing there a bit. Oh. Yeah. It's a 150 because I messed up the timing. Sean Nizzle, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crash. Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to restart. So, Electrogenesis is the only one hitting over there. Even trying to hit my Soda, it's trying to fit into a rotation is odd. And even using... Alright, Overcharge. What? Only 2 hits? Two hits. So, let's see if Overcharge works off of Tesla Ball. Yep. Okay, hold on. So in essence, I can get 3 overcharges in with 1 Tesla Ball. Putting that back and forth is actually kind of sweet. Just want to see the damage from it. 30-second parsers for the win. What new for Quantum stats revamp? Not sure. Quantum wasn't hit this in this update. I don't remember many changes were done to Quantum last time for 1.7 either. I have to take a look. Quantum was definitely one of the abilities I wanted to take a look at, but new shit happened. Alright. Here's the explosion. 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 Okay. That's right. That last dot is kind of tricky. You gotta be careful with the timing too, because you could actually screw yourself up. Hey, Dave. Let me hit overcharge again. You have to wait for that second, for that big explosion. Yeah, I missed it. Alright, let's try it again. Waiting, waiting. Yeah, so it's supposed to hit 12 times. Because you know, Tesla Ball hits for 6, and then you have you have overcharge doing an extra 2, so it's 2 every 3 seconds. Done. 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 So that's a pretty neat rotation to go back and forth with. If I was doing spammy. But that kind of rotation, that's tricky. That is really tricky. Because again, they don't really clip onto themselves either. Because not even a jump cancel really does anything there. Yeah, see, I screwed that one. Alright. Let me take out Overcharge. And let's put in the new ability, Voltaic Blast. And we'll see how it does. Of course I can't change when I'm in combat. We're going to replace it with Overcharge. So we have 2 300s. We have Electrocute and we have Voltaic Blast. Electrocute's every 12 seconds. Voltaic Blast is every 6. So gotta be careful not to really hit that too much. But let's see what we can do. Just to see how the ability works. Okay. Hit for 58, 24, 55, 55, 95. Critted for 12,000. Okay. Well, we're gonna put the dot on, so let's just use Voltaic Bolt. Here comes Blast. 66, 71. And 65. Okay. Do you change mechanic healing for electricity? Electricity still has HOTS. Still has the... I haven't really done electric healing since like 1.1, so it has been a very long time. But it still works. The only thing you're really missing is the biocharges that the power interaction gave during the advanced mechanic era that we have on live. You don't have those anymore. It's just basically here's your heals, use them. I would actually have to take a look and see what the abilities were that I have for my healing loadout because I cannot remember which one's which. But the only thing I mean, healing, you can still do healing. It's just you don't actually have that the biosurge, I think is what it's called. The biosurge power interaction with your heals. That's gone. That was taken away. Alright, so let's see how this loadout works with a 12, a 3, 12, 6, and a 6. Yes, my Tesla ball is still kind of my spammer. Kinda. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So at that point, I saw 153. Oh, 154. I saw 154. Oop, wrong way. Is electricity going to be good in the revamp? Yes, it will be. It's a lot better than what it is on live. But, yeah, electricity is one of the strongest DPS abilities on test right now. So when should the revamp drop? No clue. There is no date whatsoever for the revamp as of right now. Alright, let us try again, try and beat 154, 311. With Voltaic Blast coming off of cooldown at 6 seconds, I'm going to try and use it again. And we'll soda up where we have to. I didn't touch it a second time around when it came off of cooldown, because I was trying to be conservative, but now I'll see if it affects the DPS any. Aerostone. So we had a soda before the third Voltaic Blast. Alright, we're done. Mew Mew, Vagenda, Mew Mew. And by the way, everybody, Vagenda, our entrance music for the streams all come from the great Vagenda. She does those. She does a great job. So 153. So we did, I mean, it's not even that big of a decrease either. There. So let's try it one more time. So by the time we hit the third Voltaic Blast, I had a soda to get stuff up. No hurry for the revamp because need doing good, no mistake, like when the Sierra was the only thing strong. Yeah. They're taking their time, and a lot of people don't understand that, oh, we waited a year, it needs to hurry up. And I get the nature and electric players are really pissed off that they've kind of been neglected all this time. But especially in this kind of circumstance, a year long, this taking so long, close to a year, that's accurate. That's how long it needed to be. I think we are getting to the point that it probably should start seeing some changes on live. But this is exactly how long a testing phase for this big of a revamp does need to happen. I still believe Powers needs 3 months of testing, but that's just me. Alright, starting her up. Changed up the rotation a bit. Now I'm going to start all the way fresh. That was a 159 that time. That was a one. So I was able to squeeze in. A Tesla ball right there at the end. So that worked out really well. I want to do that rotation again because I really did like that. And we're going to go into Seeing Shades and see how it works out. I also need to go back and do Seeing Shades as my Earth character because I didn't get to do that. But Earth did get some changes, so maybe that worked out for the best. So, alright, let's try this. There's Tesla Blast going to Aerostorm, Aerostorm. There's Voltaic. Oh. Yeah, I missed my mark. So I was supposed to hit Tesla Blast, or Tesla Ball beforehand. That's my power. See if I decreased any. So I feel like I did. No, I actually. Oh yeah, I did. I did decrease a little bit. I did decrease to down to 157. Because I missed the timing on that last Tesla ball before I needed to start the rotation over again with the soda and everything. So we'll get this, and then we're gonna go and handle the business. Now, of course, when I'm in actual combat, it will probably change because I don't do Aerostorm a lot. I like to do Flurry Shot. Well, Flurry Shot does take up a little bit more of extra time where I could spend that time doing abilities. Everybody jump up and get down. Jump, jump, jump. There's Tesla Ball. There's that. There's that. Put the soda. Oops, wrong ability first. Up here. Yeah, we know they're Electrocute off too. That time is 166. All right, let's go. I can live with that. No, Vagenda probably won't be back on real server until maybe Sunday night or Monday night. Honestly, this episode does nothing for me.
It's not enough we have sister fighting sister. Now we have unruly shades from the underworld adding to it.
Alright, so for this portion of the video, for people who don't, or at least let me get into safe territory. For this rotation test, we're looking at using Electrogenesis, Voltaic Bolt, which was changed now to being just the burst damage was decreased. It now electrifies enemy instead of doing extra damage. So this is our PI applicator, and the dots have been increased, but yeah, they've been increased. They just don't work off of the electrified PI anymore. Voltaic Bolt gives it, doesn't take it. We're still using Electrocute. New ability on this testing phase called Voltaic Blast, which is basically the big impact that we saw from Voltaic Bolt, and it does extra damage to electrified enemies. Tesla Ball, and then Circuit Breaker because it likes to be there. Not pertinent to testing because I'm not using it, because I just want to use it without it, but it's there to say hi and hello and be teased. Stat points are still the same, still hybrid mastery, 20% crit chance, 80% damage, 70 points still in might. Here's our stats because we all need them. 2382 in power, might is at 9951. Beautiful. Goodness. Still at CR 166. Alright. Let's try this rotation out. Kind of about at half health. I lived a bit. I want to see what the 30-second markers are. Pretty much, yes. Didn't expect much from that.
Not today.
Pain has no meaning anymore.
Oh, they're dead. Okay. Good talks, kids. Now, using this in a solo, this is using it in a solo setting, so you're seeing that we have power coming back because of the blue bubbles. Of course, alerts and rage, you won't have that blue bubble, so you're gonna have to really rely on your roller coaster. Oh crap, I went ahead and started. Go me. Oh shit. More spawned on me. Neat. What happens when we have the dangers of doing outside solo content? They'll spawn wherever. I'll get my revenge.
Please.
My revenge!
Thank you. That should allow us some breathing room. Fighting a two-front battle is wearing us down. My warriors have reported a strange magical portal in Gotham. See if you can find it, and see what is going on. This is where the shades are coming from. It seems only shades fresh with the essence of death can pass freely. I can no longer spare the troops, but if you can defeat
All right,
the
so
shades
one
and
of the things
collect
that
their death essence,
that was
you might be able to
concerning me
cross
with this
the barriers and
rotation
find out what lies
is
on the other side.
Electrogenesis. So with Electrogenesis, it has like a almost a half second or at least a full second of waiting before you actually see damage pop up. It's not going to give instant dot damage. It's not going to start the dot damage off instantly. It's going to be applied, and then a second you'll see the first dot damage. By the time the animation is done with Electrogenesis, you'll right then and there you'll have your first dot. Before using Arc Lightning, it worked pretty well because Arc Lightning we can just, by the time Arc Lightning hit, the first dot damage is already going to be, and we initiate the content or initiate the battle. It's getting a little rougher here because we have such a long animation for Voltaic Bolt. Because again, it's going to have to. The Voltaic Bolt starts up, and then the instant damage starts up. So let's see if we can switch out Voltaic Bolt and Electrogenesis. Since they both have the same animation, it might cause a little conflict because we're losing almost like a second worth of DPS. Kind of worked. And at the same time, Arc Lightning did come back and heal me. So that was nice. Too little felt for my taste. Gonna wait a moment. Got hit by a car. That's noteworthy. Electrogenesis to Voltaic Bolt. Yeah. What's that? Did I cause 2 vehicles to explode, injuring bystanders? No. That's insane to say. Yeah, I think it'll probably be better to use Voltaic Bolt first and then Electrogenesis. But hey, being this low of health, like I'm living. Other times I've been in here, I've had to actually wait. I was forced to wait. Hello, Vulgaris. I'm honestly tempted to also move... Yeah, because Voltaic Bolt is really my only 3-second move. But I have to use it before all the other abilities because it's my PI applicator. So Voltaic Bolt then being on 3 seconds, because it's now the PI applicator, I can be okay with it being 3 seconds, because that does allow players to quote unquote refresh the PI and dots onto new targets. Because if these two were together and one separated all the way away and then came into the fight later, I can switch targets, use Voltaic Bolt, give the PI and give the dot to it. Yep. Yeah. Electricity has Voltaic Blast, which I'm using in my my 2 button. 4th bar. Cause see, yeah, like right here, we're in is a line of sight with the target on the right. If I use Voltaic Bolt now, that target might not get the PI applicator. So, and then when she joins the fight, I can switch my targets and give her the... So 3 seconds on Voltaic Bolt now, I'm okay with it. It gives the electrified PI, so it truly has a purpose now. I can definitely live with how it is now. I can live with this. And we'll just do it first. Voltaic Blast. Now, I certainly won't be keeping it up with Aerostorm the entire time. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. Let's do it too.
Felix Faust. I should have known that bottom dweller would take advantage of the underworld being without a ruler. Close that portal and stop those wayward shades.
I should have been smart, a little bit more smart about this. Crap. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm still alive. Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Oh, damn it. The game's really take. Alright, fine. I still got the crystal. Scoopers. I'll add debate back to my crystal now. Huh.
Faust's attempt to utilize the chaotic energies of the underworld
Oh,
is
hey,
just
Pixie,
one
I
of
thought
the
you saw me
unintended
answer that before.
consequences of
No,
Ares'
I am not
foul
part.
play.
Well, I'm a Twitch affiliate. I'm that step below partnered. But yeah, but I'm a Twitch affiliate, and Twitch affiliates just got the sub button this week. I haven't used Circuit Breaker at all during my testing. It's just there as my oh shit button, and honestly, I've been through some bad situations, and I've never used it. Because I haven't used it before ever, it's been... I just didn't want to use it to, I guess, flub my test results. If I was in a raid, oh, certainly, Circuit Breaker would just be all over it. I would be all over it. But I wish there was also a way on test server to have at least a way on how Supercharge could reach in a little faster, because I can only really use it so often during testing. It takes up a lot of time to rebuild that Supercharge. Even with the generator, it still takes a lot of freaking time, and that's time I could spend doing something else. Your spear, go ahead.
You're not much of a challenge.
But yeah, Pixie, I got a couple of subscribers. It's pretty good. You can even use your Twitch Prime and sub up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hug, hug. Pretty happy about it. I'm like ecstatic, really. That's right, Aerostorm versus Aerostorm. That's how we roll.
For Queen Hippolyta. Your attacks are weak. You cannot stop me.
My Aerostorm wins.
You're an unworthy foe.
I just like using Flurry Shot. Not much of an Aerostorm kind of guy.
I am Artemis, born of the lost Amazon tribe, the Bana Migdal. I was a warrior without a home until this woman gave me purpose. To protect her from those who wish to pry ancient knowledge from her frail body. And protect her I shall.
Alright. Let's... I'll answer that in a second, Jared. Let me get through this Artemis fight. Alright, we're gonna start off with Voltaic Bolt this time first.
You think that will stop me?
I was stunned.
It will take more than that to hurt me.
Ah, she knocked me down too. Ah, you're so mean. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to break her. I'm already in a corner. What more do you want from me, lady?
Just as powerful.
Not that.
I shall wipe that smirk from your lips.
Don't bring smirks into this.
That hurt. Prepare for vengeance. Well struck.
Crap. For that.
You think that will stop me?
I mean, for real, even with my screw up, I'm not doing half bad.
Feel the
She's already
fury
at
of my
half.
blade.
She's already at
That
half.
hurt. Prepare for vengeance.
Like, screw it. Just use the crystal just to do it.
I shall wipe that smirk from your lips.
Why should she not fall over? Because I was just doing that move all the time. Hello.
It will take more than that to hurt me.
That will take bolt. Thank you. I'm in the fire. I'm in the fire.
Well struck.
I agree. So now we
Well
start
struck.
full rotation over. I'll stay in the fire a little bit. I'm okay with that.
It will take more than that to hurt me. That hurt. Prepare for vengeance.
Voltaic blast.
Well fought, outsider.
Done.
I hope your skills
That-
will be enough to help you gain what you seek. But I see
That went a lot smoother.
in the affairs of
I also did Aerostorm much more than I really thought I really needed to. That worked out.
You have battled
Warp Dimensions, thank you so much, brother, for the host.
I have the knowledge you crave, but am afraid.
So, and again, so with hybrid,
Taken Hippolyta to Olympus.
my abilities 200, 200, 300, 300, 200.
They are protective of
The
their
reason I could do this is because I'm using a
a series
hybrid.
of
With hybrid, you can really switch up and bring out a little bit of your... You can bring up a little bit of high power cost because you're using your weapons to regen power, which is good because that's what you really want. With play from the tray, you don't really have that. You have to rely on your passive play from your passive power regen, which hinders a bit because you can't use like all 300s and everything. You gotta kind of be a little smart about how you play with it. But using these 2 300s and how my rotation worked out, and especially with the cooldowns, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt my rotation at all. Bringing in weapons. Vulgaris, why your loadout is full of dots? Hybrid. Hybrid is how I, as a player, I as an electric player at this moment, see dots. The electrified PI runs off of dots. The polarized PI works off of bursts, so you use your polarized loadout for play from the tray, which I probably do need to do. I also probably need to see how dots work out in the play from the tray. See how the electrified PI works out in that front, and see if it's actually manageable, doable even. But here in hybrid, my focus is unload dots, use weapon attacks to regen power and do a little bit of damage, and then redo my dots. This hybrid loadout is 1. The other way to do hybrid is to use wired, which is your weapon buff. I could have switched out my circuit breaker and probably put wired in, but wired is another 300 power cost, and again, it needs to be tested. But having 300 power costs, I am not comfortable with my power consumption rate. Because you saw, just using those 2, I kind of drained a bit because I'm having to recast, especially I'm having to recast Tesla Ball and Voltaic Blacks because they're at 6 seconds. Once those 6 seconds are up, boom, boom, and then once those are back up, or once those are close to getting off cooldown, I have to start the whole rotation all over again. So I'm really filling in the damage portion with weapon attacks. And now if I took out like Voltaic Bolt, or I'm not going to take out Electrocute. Electrocute is one of the big hitters for dots. But if I take out Voltaic Blast, or even if I take out Tesla Ball or something, and bring in Wired to increase my weapon DPS, it probably will increase my weapon damage. Totally. But that's not how I play hybrid. It's not how I want to. And with the revamp, it's to the player. You're going to have the guide makers, you're going to have the YouTubers, and you're going to have those big top elitist guys go with, this is your loadout for the max amount of damage. Cool deal. If I was a scoreboard chaser, I would care too. But I'm only going to go with that loadout if I'm having damage issues with my loadout. The revamp is bringing players a choice to use your own loadout how you see fit. There will be some, even I'll go with, why are you using that? You shouldn't be using that at all. You're going to have those players. And I'm going to tell you too. And whether you listen to me or not, it doesn't bother me. My purpose when you're in the content is, does the boss die? Cool, moving on. If the boss didn't die, We'll try again and we'll try again. Alright, we are finding that we're not killing the boss. Where are we failing at? Let's go. Is it a damage issue? Is it a tank, controller, or healer? You have to look at all the stuff. If it's a damage issue, the DPS player needs to get out of their mindset and actually look at themselves and like, alright, what can I change my loadout with? I change my loadout all the time during this testing, because, well, I am testing. Especially when I was testing sorcery. I had to change out my power left and right. I'm like, this ability isn't working. Let's take this out and put this in. That's the whole point of testing, especially in this right here. And even when it goes onto live servers, players are going to go into live, and they're going to go into their sparring targets and their league halls and everything and look at the damage and figure out the rotation that works. Here in testing, everything is changing so often, you're not going to find the be-all, end-all of that loadout. You'll find it, but then the developers will go around and change something where it kind of messes it up, and then it's like you're back to square one. That's the point. There might be some of those testers that will find the be-all, end-all of the loadouts and post it like, this is it, right before it goes live. Cool. Go on live and try it out then. If the be-all, end-all loadout comes out during any testing, I'm not going to believe it. Once it shows up on live, I'll actually believe it. I'll take your word for it. But right here, this is my loadout for hybrid, and I'm showing you guys this video because I'm not showing you the be-all, end-all. I'm showing you a loadout if it works. That's all I'm doing. I am not a good DPS. I'm an okay tank. I'm an okay healer. I'm an okay controller, and I'm a decent DPS. That's it. I'm a decent player, and I'm okay with that all the way. And I thank you guys for watching me all the time too. But there's gonna be those players that are gonna be nut hard and everything about being top DPS, showing the top damage numbers. That's them, and kudos to them because they serve a purpose. In this video, in all of these videos, I'm showing you different loadouts and different power interactions, different ways to use your loadout, and does it work? I am CR 166. I'm here in seeing shades. Am I supposed to be seeing difficulty? Yes, I am. Was that fight easy? It kind of was, since I've already known the boss fight inside and out. But at the same time, did this loadout work so well that I didn't feel the difficulty in this content? I didn't. I liked the changes to Voltaic Bolt. I like the changes to the new ability for Voltaic Blast. I like what I saw in this hybrid loadout. And guess what? We're going to see a whole bunch more. Because now I'm going to actually probably switch something out and we'll see what happens. We'll probably need to look at another power too. I feel that. But that was electricity. And that was a rant. Yay! Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button to watch more videos when they come around. And if you want to throw a little extra support, head over to my Patreon page. And now, just watch a little bit more from the other playlist videos right below.